What's up guys, I hope you're well. Today I'll be reviewing the Creality K2 Combo after 2 weeks of use, starting from the feeling of owning a 3D printer, the pros and cons of the Creality K2 Combo, and finishing with a rating and recommendation. What does owning a 3D printing device feels like? It feels like unlocking some part of your potential if you are very innovative and creative individual, since it makes it easier to bring your ideas to life. But not to worry, even if you are not very artistic or you just don't have the time to create models, you still get to toy with hundreds, thousands, or even millions of 3D printable designs on the huge community websites citing Creality website, Bamboo Labs, and others. If you are here watching this video, it means that you are either thinking of getting a 3D printer or you already have one on the way and you just want to make sure that you make the right choice. So let's go over the pros first. I have to admit, the Creality K2 Combo is pretty good looking. It fits well in my workspace, especially with this enclosure protecting the printer, making it look more like an user-friendly device than a modded piece of metal. The printing board, while not big, can still fit a large item, making it pretty okay for casual user. The cage also protects against the filament micro dust while printing, and when you combine that with the fact that it can cut the noise down from 75 decibel to about 50 to 55 while sitting at your desk or playing games, that's just one of the best experiences since my own PC is about that noisy. The CFS comes with 4 compartments and a filament shutter that make filament change much better, at least that's what I was taught by my friends who own Bamboo Labs. The auto leveling is a very important feature that makes this whole process very friendly. You just enjoy being you and let it do its thingy. The user interface is very easy to use, and so is the Creality slicer, since I was able to use it without tutorial in about 2 minutes. The Creality Cloud app on the smartphone is a very useful one. The app can send you a notification about the device on your phone, and you can also initiate new print right from your smartphone. At last but not least, the printing stability. You will need the right kind of support for that. I am using an IKEA Malm bedside drawer, and I can say that I was able to prevent the device from shaking too much. Now, the nasty stuff. Creality has one of the less professional customer service. When you need troubleshooting, you are first referred to the Creality wiki, and if that doesn't fix your problem, then you will end up taking a lot of videos and pictures of error code that you need to relay to the customer service to get the issue resolved. But thankfully, you'll find the answer to your problem in the wiki or from other user review. The auto leveling and hotbed adjustment can take a little while, but still much better than the Bamboos from what I've heard. This is just hearsay, don't kill the messenger. There are 3 exhaust fans at the back of the device, and they, as well as the poop hole, have no air filtering system, letting some particle out in the room, increasing dust production. They could have fixed that by creating a printable design that should actually be your first print instead of the white little boat. When it comes to the tool head, I run into 2 kind of issues. Number 1 is that the tool head has a pretty nice chance of getting clogged, and the only way you could unclog it is dismounting the whole thing. Number 2 being the cutter suddenly losing its mind and not cutting at all, causing the first issue to happen. But still, nothing that cannot be fixed. A quick replacement and your device should be up and running again. Now, the most annoying issue is with the CFS. It came out way after Bamboo Labs AMS and was supposed to have some kind of filament heater or dryer, since dry, less human filament don't really clog and prevent creation of mosquito web made scarf around the nozzle. Hell, you even get better print results. The CFS also has gears that can get jammed up and will need maintenance. I have to say that I'm a bit disappointed because they chose to separate the heating/drying and colorful printing function into different devices, ultimately making the CFS kind of useless for unicolor printers like me. You can still drop the level of humidity by loading the CFS with drying agent, but the best option will be to dry the filament before loading them into the CFS, because once you fix humidity, you will be fixing 99% of the problem you can encounter with the device. Why don't you use your colorful printing function, you ask? I just printed this earpiece that is only 2.8 8 grams, while the poop that resulted from the change of filament for the printing of this same earpiece was 10 grams heavier. Not really a great deal unless this is a prototype of some kind of something really important. Otherwise, I will advise against it. Bamboo Live is actually working on a new tool head replacement. Hopefully that will be the answer to multicolor printing. And now it's time to rate the Creality K2 Combo and give my recommendations. Pretty nifty device if you ask me, but here it will be losing 3 points for not including the dryer in the CFX and 1 point for all the wasted poop from the colorful printing, ending up at a score of 6 out of 10. I'll try to get my hands on other 3D printing devices for more efficient comparison, but for now, I think that beside the K2 Combo, it might be worth looking into the Anycubic S1C and its ACE system, since the ACE system has a dryer included right inside the box for filament humidity reduction. Now, some thought about 3D printing in general. There will be a lot of waste of filament. As you can see here, I have a whole crate of them. And you need to figure out a way to reuse them. So in the future content, I'll try to find ways of turning them back into filament or ways of turning them into something useful. I will strongly advise against printing stuff just to print them, only print useful stuff. Because in the end, you have those stuff there, they're useless, they take up space, and you don't have any way of dealing with them. And that's why I have such a big basket of filament trash. Yes, in the process, I printed very interesting stuff like this Mario and Luigi tissue dispenser, but the chances of printing something that you will never use are very high. So just take your time. Don't print everything you see. Don't just download stuff to print because you have a new printer. Take your time. Print the good thing, the things you want. There's a lot of content online that you can print. Do not rush while you are printing. For starters, do not buy too many PLA. Buy 1 or 2 of them, maybe black and white, and you start training with those. Don't print too many useless stuff. Print useful stuff like a spoon, other stuff that you might need or you might use in the future. If you already happen to have some 3D modeling skills, put that to use. Go and start building your own stuff. You do not need to print stuff that you don't like or you don't understand. You print other people's work, and you will end up being like, this is not exactly what I want. So if you have the skill, go to work right away. 360 Fusion is there. You can start with that. When it comes to material price and power consumption, I just ran an experiment. So the things you can see in my hand here were printed using 17.3 grams of material. And when it comes to power consumption, they use 0.23 kilowatts. That'll be all for today. I humbly thank you for staying with me throughout the whole video. Please make sure to like, subscribe, and share the video. That will be a great support for the channel, and stay tuned for more interesting content.